So if you haven't guessed it, I have to turn a tube, or basically a crochet kit, for my granddaughter's 16th? 17th birthday. 16 was last year with the, we'll put it over there in the corner with the yarn bowl. That was her 16th. So now I'm going to make her a custom crochet hook set, I guess. So, you know, it comes in this little, nice little, I don't know how the hell I'll open it. I'm assuming it opens that way. How does it open? Oh, there we go. It opens that way. All right, so this is my handle, and I'm not sure what all that is. I'll figure it out. This comes with 9 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It sure look like more than 9 pieces to me. These are the bushings I need for said kit. It tells you everything at the Penn State Industries site. Oh, these are just 3. Okay. So there's 3 here, and then that's just the back side of them. Okay. I thought there was 3 more on this side, but this is the extra 3 for the 6 pin or the 6 hook set. This makes it a 9 hook set, so I think I have all the sizes for her. So I'm gonna pour a blank in her colors. Well, I'm not gonna go with her colors. I know her color is green, so I did something else not too long ago, and it was a while ago, and I really like the color, so I'm gonna go with that. So we're gonna turn I'm gonna have to look at the instructions because this kit is unfamiliar to me. I've made one of these before. I made a couple of them, and this one's different. It had different bushings. The other one had seam ripper bushings, I think, and it had 3 bushings instead of 2. So this is clearly a bit different looking, anyways. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. So easy retainer coupler. Pre-installed. I'm gonna have to read through all this and figure it out. So let's get to pouring the blanks, and then I'll get to all this, and we'll get it over and turn the blank on the lathe, and then assemble it over there on my press, hanging right there on the wall. So give me a second to get set up. All right, guys, I'm going to be using a pen blank mold from, I believe, Turner's Warehouse. I'm not affiliated with Turner's Warehouse, but I will put a link in the description below for them if you are interested in anything like this. Kind of cool because you can pull the bottoms out, knock it out through there, or blow air through there. And then there's also a rack that this sits on. I will show you that when we demold these. But anyways, I am going to, I didn't know how much to mix up. I might get 2, I don't know. So I'm going to just pour some and some as soon as I figure out where to put this so y'all can see it. Here, let's go that way. That looks better, don't it? All right, so let's go in the middle. What do you think? In the middle? How's that look? Right there in the middle? Let's, and I'm sure that I will probably mix these with a stick also. I think I'm going to get 2. I wasn't quite sure what I would get. Maybe 3. I think we can get 3. Alright, so here we are. Next day. It doesn't look too bad. I probably should have went with more black. That was the effect I was going for, but I think it's probably going to be okay. So anyways, this is the rack that I was talking about. And how this works is you put this in here, and then you can, where did I put them? Over there, those 3. You pull these guys out, and then you run a punch or whatever down through them. Alright, so I probably should have sprayed these with mold release, and I thought about it and I forgot. They're probably going to come out a little rough, because I did not. But anyways, it's just a... Well, they might not come out. That one did. It's either that or I broke it. I think that one moved. Alright, so I didn't break it. That's what I was worried about. So this allows for it to fall down through there. Clearly that one don't want to come out. All right, so there you go. Like I said, I probably should have sprayed mold release in there. It would have been coming out a whole lot easier. And again, I will put this link for down in the description for Turner's Warehouse. I am not affiliated with them, so there's no discount codes. Oh yeah, so I mean, basically, this is what you get. I'm hoping it kind of resembles that on the inside some. I mean, you can't go by this because that's just what was on the sides. You never know what's on the inside until you get done. So basically, I'm going to pick one of these. It's been a really long time since I've made a pen. My mandrel's rusty. I had to clean the mandrel up. Anyways, so we take our pen blank, and I'm going to kind of bring her in a little bit. This is a silver pencil, not that you can see it, for blueprints and stuff. I found it works the best for this stuff, so we're going to go a little big on this, and then we'll cut it off with the bandsaw, and this leaves us room to play. We can drill our hole through there. So let's get over to the bandsaw, cut it up, we'll drill our hole, glue our tube in. Alright, so number one, we want to make sure our drill is going to go all the way through it. And then we're going to put it in, this is a blank vise. I bought this specifically for pen blanks. You can get that off Penn State Industries, that's where I got it. Most everything I have I got from there. And then we're not going to, I'm just going to eyeball it on center. The reason I said make sure it goes all the way through is because we don't want to try to meet it back up going the other way. And this is kind of a slow process because you can overheat it and it does stick. I have a block down here to make sure it doesn't grab and chip out at the bottom. I just keep moving it around. That way it drills through this, and then there's no big lunges it goes through. Now that it can do, I'm going to do it this way so I can hold on to it better. And we'll speed this up. All right, so you can use whatever you want. You can do epoxy, color it so you can't see it. I'm going to use CA glue. Use whatever one you want. I have Total Boat. That's what I'm using. So I'm going to use their thick CA glue. And we're going to dump it down the tube, down the hole as best we can. And then I'm going to cover this the best I can. And we'll get it together and leave it be for a while. And then this just goes. And I'm going to get this on my hands. Why is it not coming out? There we go. Oh, it's not coming out. I can't squeeze it.
I think that's probably going to be enough in there.
And then in you go, you know. And see that blob right there? I'm sure it's probably in the other end also. Not bad, a little bit. So we're going to push it down so that we can get past that. And then we're going to try to go with it right there. And we'll leave it be till it dries and we'll get that turned. All right. I have this all set up. This is not real tight. I want it to be able to move a little. I'm going to put this into the hole past the tip of the barrel. I don't want to screw that up any. And then I'm probably going to spin this thing. So what I'll do first is we'll put it over there. And then just in case it catches or something. Alright guys, so we're going to use bushing kit PKF PBU. I don't remember where the hell the number was. It's a 2-piece bushing kit and one on here. I have spacers. These are just slimline pen kit spacers. I got 3 more for the other side. If I get these open, and I generally save this and put them back in it in case I got to make some more, you know. All right, so yeah, that'll work. So the reason I got spacers is so we can get in here and work on it without being right up against this or the other end. So this goes in, it slides into the bushing like so. This bushing goes on here, slides into there like so, and that keeps her there. Put a couple of these guys on, and I don't think I need another one, but we'll put it on there anyways. There it is, it's over there. All right, so usually there's a washer and then a nut you screw on, and you put your center, tailstock center in here. That allows this to do this when you do that. So this one here is a hollow live center, and this just goes on here, and it pushes in between here instead of on here, and it works much better. My preference anyways, and then you can put a little bit of tension on her, And that makes sure that you're, well, I'm stopping it, but so that's what we got. Alright, I'm going to do some sanding. I'm going to do 120 up to, I don't know, 500 or 600 grit. Then we'll get the micro mesh out, and we'll go to whatever thousandths of grit that goes to, wet sanding it. And we should be pretty shiny. Well, I mean, that's after I put some CA glue finish on it. So anyways, sandy with it spinning, sand back and forth. Try to eliminate these scratches from those scratches as we go through the grits. I'll show you a few. Okay, so I have my HDPE bushings so that the CA glue doesn't stick to it. I am going to use the Total Boat Thin for 5 coats, and then a medium for 5 coats. I know everybody does this their own way. That's how I prefer to do it. And it's probably going to stick to my finger. So I'll show you some of the coats, and we'll get to cleaning it up, sanding it down, or micro meshing it down. We'll see how it looks after a couple coats of thin. Alright, so I gotta work my way through all these to this very super fine pink one, which I think is like 12,000 grit or something like that. See how it's turning white on the back side here? That's what we're looking for. All right, since I showed you that one, you can see there's some shiny spots right here. Those are pits and holes that I got to work out. I may go back to that brown one if I can't get these out real quick with the green one. Oh, I think we're doing okay. I got a couple little spots. I'll work on this one here. You can see them. I don't know if you can see them. Looks like you can see them. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think I like it. I think we'll take it over there and assemble it on the wall. I don't know if you can read that. There we go. Press cap nut, reduce diameter first into preferred upper barrel. Press easy retainer coupler into remaining open end barrel. Thread cap nut through clip into cap nut. Okay, sounds pretty easy, don't it? See that? There you go. I don't know. Oh, that's the clip. I'm like, what is that? It's the clip. Got it. So you ready? We'll do that. How about that, huh? Oh, how embarrassing is that, you guys? I don't know if this is going to go all the way, but I feel like it did. There we go. Now, we're going to do the same thing for the other end. Here's our spring-loaded clip there. There's our spring-loaded clip. Put her in here like so. Put her in there like so. And then, oh, that seems awful hard. It was difficult, wasn't it? As you can see, I got an absolute nightmare going on here. All right, here is my clip. These little bags. Here's my clip. Here's my cap nut that I don't know how I'm going to hold on to. So this goes through there, and that goes on there. And where do I want it? That looks awesome, I think, right there. So there you go. All right. Let me go get one of the thingy-jiggers there. Ta-da! Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Focus. Focus on me right here. There we go. All right, so slides in like so. And there's our crochet hook with a fancy dancy handle on it. Hopefully this isn't too fat for her. Come on, focus. There we go. All right, guys. That's my video for this week. I'll put some pictures up at the end. Happy birthday, Allie. I hope you like it. And I'll put some pictures up, the whole kit, 9-piece kit, in the little box and all that. And links to Turner's Warehouse for the mold, and links to Penn State Industries for this thing. I did this one in a satin finish. I think it was the only one that came in, actually, the satin silver. But they have other kits available, and then you can just buy the separate hooks for whatever size you need. There's 9 of these in this one. Anyways, that being said, pictures at the end. Give her a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. I forgot the bye-bye.